Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new chapter of Old Man Brad. Whether you are new to the show or returning for another chapter, thank you so much for giving me a listen. If you love the show, drop me a review over in your favorite podcast app, or become a patron at patreon.com/oldmanbrad. Also, follow me on Letterboxd if you want to see all of my crazy watches that I do. Just look for Old Man Brad. And speaking of crazy and wild, I have a movie for you that we're going to talk about in this chapter, and that is the new movie from Joe Begos, Jimmy and Stiggs, which comes out in theaters August 15th. It is a wild, wild time. We'll dive into that in just a minute. But before we do, I want to say if you live in the Cincinnati area, or if you're visiting, or if you can come to the Cincinnati area, come out to Frightful Fridays on the third Friday of the month. So thankful to be partnered with the Esquire Theater to host a horror screening each month. Our screening for August, on August 15th, this week that this episode comes out, is The Toxic Avenger, the original Toxic Avenger from 1984. So excited for this screening to be able to watch the original a few weeks before seeing the new one. If you come to this after that screening, just watch for third Friday of the month. Come out to the Esquire Theater and let's watch a movie together. All right, let's talk about some wild, crazy alien carnage with Jimmy and Stiggs.
I gotta record this. I gotta put it down somewhere because last night I blacked out for 12 hours. And this wasn't a normal blackout. It was something different, like a big chunk of missing fucking time. I got these pains in my jaw, like somebody put something inside me. Whatever took me last night, they're coming back tonight. I can feel it. I don't know how many of those big-eyed, melon-headed fucks are coming back, but I'm gonna be ready, and I'm gonna take those fuckers out.
A wave of bad news sends out-of-work filmmaker Jimmy Lang spiraling into an out-of-control bender, during which he claims to have been abducted by aliens. Fearing they'll come back, he contacts his old friend Stiggs to help him gear up for war. When the sun sets, the duo are thrown into a hallucinatory explosion of aliens, drugs, booze, and all-out carnage. This is written and directed by Joe Begos. It stars Joe Begos, Matt Mercer, Riley Dandy, and James Russo. And I'm going to come out right here at the top and say this is a fucking crazy-ass movie. And I loved it. I've watched it twice. It is just brightly colored. It's loud. It's in your face. It's nonstop. Once everything really starts going, it doesn't slow down. There's some great practical effects in this movie that will make your head split open. There's lots of blood. Lots of bright colored blood. I mean, this movie was so much fun. If you've seen any of Joe Begos' other movies, VFW, Bliss, Christmas, Bloody Christmas, he knows how to bring some carnage. And this, he brings that carnage for like an hour and 20 minutes. We start out in this movie with Jimmy, but we're at the POV of him. We're in first person and walking around. He's having some drinks. I don't always love that first person perspective in a film. This one wasn't too bad because it didn't last forever. He added like eye blinks as you're sitting, so the whole screen just kind of fades for a second. In that first person POV, Jimmy gets a call, says they're not going to go forward with him as a director on this movie. So after he gets a call, he starts drinking, and then he hears noises. He doesn't know what's going on, and you see him. This one scene is really cool at the beginning, where he gets lifted up, kind of like you would think when aliens take you. He gets lifted up, and it's just a really cool shot, especially in that first-person POV. We get a small glimpse of some aliens. He drops to the ground. Time changes. Things happen because, he had a call with his girl before saying, hey, let's meet up. Let's eat. Let's hang out. And next thing you know, after the title card comes up, It's later. He wakes up. We're not in the first person anymore. He has all kinds of messages from her and voicemails saying, "You suck," everything else. Where were you? What happened? He had blacked out for however long. What I love about this movie, or what you should know more so about this movie, is this movie took 4 years. 4 years to make. Joe started this in 2020, when we were all quarantined, locked down, and he decided to make this self-contained alien carnage film it all in his apartment. Easy enough, he is. What else has he got going on? So the film, it took him 4 years to complete it. Filmed all at various times in his apartment through the years. After it gets finished, Eli Roth's company, the horror section, this is their first film that they're going to release. He picked it up. He's like, this movie kicks ass. Let's put this out in the world. Everybody needs to see this batshit crazy movie. And here we are. It comes out August 15th. And this movie is exactly that. It's batshit crazy. It's brightly colored. Like, there are scenes in this movie that he uses black light. So blood is glowing. Like, the aliens glow in like this, they're like this bluish color, but then their blood is like this bright red, almost neon because of the black light. And the style of it is just awesome to watch. Literally from the first frame, in the POV, the first person POV, I was hooked in. I was like, I hope we don't stay in this, like I said. But then when we switched over and we see Jimmy, played by Joe Begos, he's trying to figure out, he's making tape recordings saying, the aliens are coming to get me. Kind of basically just document all of this. Shit hits the fan. The first alien fight it's funny, but it's entertaining. It's bloody. It's fun. And then he calls his buddy Stiggs, who they kind of had a falling out, hadn't really been in touch for a while. Stiggs eventually comes to the house. He doesn't believe in what's going on, and then he does, because it continues to happen, and they're fighting aliens, and it's like, this movie is, it's a simple concept. He's stuck in his apartment. Aliens are coming, and he's got to fight them off. All while he's drinking, snorting coke, smoking weed, doing all those things, and you're like, okay, is he really fighting aliens? Is he going crazy? Is he hallucinating? Because you don't really know. You're just along for this crazy, bright-colored ride. And we start the movie in first-person POV, and we end the movie in first-person POV, and the ending is wild. It's like he built his own little haunted house in his apartment and kind of played some scenes through it. What kind of wild shit can we throw at them to end this movie? I don't want to get too much further into it. I just want to say I highly recommend this movie. Like I said, I've watched it twice. Comes out in theaters August 15th. If it's playing in your area, highly recommend checking out. The style, the colors of it are great. He filmed this whole thing in 16 millimeter, so it has a graininess to it that almost feels like an old balls to the wall, wild 80s film that you would have just been walking in the video store and went, what the heck is this, Jimmy and Stiggs? I'm going to check this out. And you go home and watch it and you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. I had a blast with Jimmy and Stiggs. I hope you have a blast with it if you go see it. I can't wait to own this movie. I hope it comes out on physical media. Jimmy and Stiggs comes out August 15th. Go check it out. Let me know if you do and what you thought of it. If you loved it as much as I did, this wild, crazy movie. So it's been a while since I've done a short review like this. I typically bring you a double feature to watch with the film. And for this one, I don't have any other film to watch with it besides another Joe Begos movie. I think you should just do a Joe Begos double feature. That's what I'm going to end up doing. After watching this, I'm going to go back and rewatch VFW. I have not seen Almost Human movie he did, so there's a couple of his films I haven't seen. Bliss wasn't my favorite. Love VFW. Absolutely love Christmas Bloody Christmas. But grab one of his other films and do a double feature, Jimmy and Stiggs. And for me, I think VFW would be the best film to go with it. If you're in a holiday mood, Christmas Bloody Christmas would go well as well. But there you go. Go have yourself a Joe Begos double feature. That will do it for this chapter of Old Man Brad. Thank you so much for listening if you've made it this far. I appreciate it. I have just hit 9 years as a podcaster, and I'm having the time of my life. I've met so many great people, talked to so many awesome creators, other podcasters, filmmakers. 9 years and running. I'm having the time of my life. Thank you, everyone who listens to Old Man Brad. Just subscribe to the show, and you'll never miss any episode that comes out, whether it's these short reviews, some of the series I do, like the Month of Matei that we just had, versus Tales from Tubi, or anything else I do over here. I'm just having a blast doing it. I will be back soon. Just snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.